I'm Alexander Joyce. I'm here with Josh Ross. He's the president and CEO of a company called KLaunch, an artificial intelligence conversational organization company. And Josh, I really appreciate your time.
You bet.
One of the things I want to pinpoint for a lot of our viewers, listeners, they've got ideas. They've got ideas to start a business, right? And you've had and have grown in your business leaps and bounds where a lot of people wish they were, right? But they don't know the blood, sweat, and tears and prayer moments that have come with that, right?
Many times on your knees.
I'm telling you, right? God please. And so I think that one of the big things I want to address is the startup phase. You know, some people, truth be told, in my opinion, right? These are opinions. They never even make it out of the startup phase.
Yeah.
I say that because they have great ideas, but they just don't have great execution. Mm-hmm. And some people don't want a big organization. Some people want a really big organization. Some people don't have any guidance, mentorship, leadership. And so what should that, let's just say you want to go from 0 to hero, or from 1 to 10, if you will. I know 10 is not a conversation we want to have today, more focused on the 0 to 1 to 5.
Sure.
The startup phase. How long should it last? What should go into it?
Well, there's really no time frame for the startup phase, but the thing is that it's really, getting with those advisors early and finding out what do you want to be doing and how do you want to structure your business.
Sure.
Because as you move from the first days of opening your doors in any business, you're going to be doing a lot on your own, right? You're not going to have a bunch of employees. You're more than likely going to be the one that's stewarding all these things and interacting. And then as you mature, you're going to need to be able to delegate, and that delegation, be able to push things down, help people, hire great people that can help within your organization scale and grow the organization. So that's really critical. And then you get to a point where, as you continue to move forward, there are layers in an organization, and so culturally you have to build directly beneath you and then all the way out, culturally all the way down, cascading throughout the organization. So those are critical things. But I think, like we've talked about many times, the advisory early is so critical. And then understanding, like I said, where do you want to take this as an individual? Are you comfortable with just a small business, which is great because that's what fuels America, right?
That's right. That's right.
So maybe that's what you want to do, or maybe you get rolling and you say, hey, I really want to scale this thing. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how many people to bring on. So meeting with someone like ReJoyce on that would be great to just have those conversations and say, hey, this is kind of what we're thinking here. This is the strategy we have for our company. Letting somebody weigh in on that. Yeah.
What kind of organization should it be? What does the structure look like? What is the time frame? What does the capital look like? What are we trying to accomplish? Is there risk, reward, leverage, opportunity, right? And I think that those are things that entrepreneurs with big vision, I think that they very often, in my opinion, they kind of don't really realize that those other things along, right? And I think you said that they are the doers, right? They're very passionate about it. They're the drivers, right? And so I think that the tax issue, the legal issue, the structure, the business, the scale, the accounting, the operating agreement, right? The roadmap, the tools, the band, right? The width, the depth. Those are things that they just don't see, right? And I think it takes someone that has been through that, knows how to build that. Because listen, I can tell you the great things I'm good at, but I can also tell you the things that I'm not. I'm not the guy walking around my house with a tool belt and climbing a ladder to get on my roof and assess hail damage, right? Not that guy. And so, but there are people out there that do that, and I have to put trust in their structure, and I have to put trust in their advice, if you will. And I have to go with that, right? And
I just can't overemphasize the importance of that operating agreement, that structure, that planning, that strategy, because you just don't. I've lived it. I've been there, and early on, I'm just driving off passion, and all these things are going on.
It's exciting.
And I'm going to make it happen.
That's right.
And then you realize that, man, that strategy is so critical. And so, if I could just weigh in any way, it would be to make sure as you look to start a business, you get with great advisors.
That's right.
You have people that are weighing into that strategy with you, because when you create something great, you're going to need that structure.
You have to have it. I mean, especially if you want it to be tangible.
That's right.
I mean, from a legal perspective, if you go from 0 to hero, let's talk about number 10, and you want to sell that business, the first thing that anyone's going to ask is, can this operation run without you?
That's right.
Right. And let's take a look at the operating agreement to see so, right? And then look at your financials. And so I think that is so critical to understand, the structure, the mission, what it takes to make your goals and your dreams come true.
Yeah.
So, Josh Ross, I really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Stay tuned, folks. There's more show to come.